all doing fantastic. I'm doing all right. Thanks for asking. By the way, today I'm going to do I just wanted to do something fun and just chill. Uh, just do something outside, but like outside walk, but like it's still walk, but still chill. Yeah. So today I'm going to be drawing a reference from like my character, but I'm going to draw him like actually being like a footballer or something like that. I'm going to draw him with like his full costume. It might look ridiculous, but I'm going to do it. It's an idea that I just came up with recently. So hopefully I can finish it before like an hour or an hour and a half that I plan to work on it. So let's see how far we go though. Usually, if you want to like do gestural drawings, like well, one thing that you can do is that you can. It's very important to use references from sports, because that's very helpful. Because there's a lot of expression, there's a lot of movement, there's a lot of things going on usually. So you can learn a lot from it, and you can learn to exaggerate if that's your thing. So So my guy is like a bit bulky. Like a he's like a gym guy. Like he has like the physique and like whatever the hell they call it, the muscles. Yeah. So and like people that play sports like football, for instance, that involves a lot of endurance and running, you have to sort of do a bit of you kind of have to not be like muscular. You kind of have to be a bit lean, not lean like lean, but like more like I don't know how to explain it though. Hopefully you get it. But let's chill. Did things that do me no fall back into the same patterns, same thing, but the temperature's as bad as minus. You're the same as me. You're just as blinded. All right, there's something I learned today because I did a David Finch study um, earlier today where he was talking about like the way he's drawing stuff, and he kind of drew the like body first of all before he drew the head, and that I just figured out that was like kind of like that's kind of like the solution to my problem of like wait, is this public? Let me check something. I know I'm alive. I was in the weekend. I'm going to the pen. So this house on fire. Let me let me switch this. It's possible that I'm not live. Fucking switch the account, man. Jesus. Oh yeah, I'm live. Fucking hell, man. There's nobody live. Okay, my bad. Oh yeah, I'm live actually. Fucking hell, man. Anyways, I was watching something there, by the way. Anyways, what was I talking about? Yeah, drawing the body first. You know what? You know when you are like running, you kind of have to be fluid, right? There's a way your body has to be. Because I was thinking about making him like giving him like a very solid pose, like maybe making him his hand curl up in a fist or something like that. But I don't think I'll do that. I think I will do that. You know what? Screw it. I'll do it. I'll make him curl up his fist. I'll make him curl up his fist. I'll do it. I'll make him curl up his fist. Woo! That's a banger. Dun 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 dun. First things first, rest in peace, sucker feel. For real. I'm gonna be a better you in the field. Fulfill. Tell the difference. My memory. Alright, look at how I'm getting the head right like instantaneously. Once I just draw the body first. You know what? I'm gonna make it more jacked, man. I don't give a shit. If I was a B-list celebrity, the heavily. Difference. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. They say. I'm gonna say, well, love. Love. Holly. I'm gonna need my shirt back. LA sisters. Them niggas can tell the difference. How you doing, Flaming Edits? What's up? You? Welcome to the stream, by the way. Shame one time, shame on you. Fool my twice, can put the blame on you. Fool my three times, fuck the peace sign, load the chopper, let it rain on you. Shame on you. Fool me twice, can put the blame on you. Fool me three times, fuck the peace sign, load the chopper, let it rain on you. Whenever you're drawing, like, just be free. Especially if you have good music around, man. Like the tunes are flowing. You shallow. Might put on some J. Cole, you know. What do you say? Don't say that. Okay, I think that's good. Is that expressive enough? I think it's good enough. I think it's all right. We can work with it. All right, I might need to add some. I don't think everything is going up like this, so I think that's the right way to put it. Interesting. Hello Shaki, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. How's your day been? Feels like a rock star. Ra-ta-ta-ta. I think I'll keep this sketch. I want to erase it. Wait, forgot to add some things. Yo. I don't know yet. You know what? I'm going to put it here like this. Ra-ta-ta-ta. Turn on, turn on, turn on. It's going great, man. It's going great, Shaki. Thanks for asking. How are you doing? How are you doing? How's your day going? Hello, God. How you doing, man? How's your day been going? Yeah, mine has been good too as well. Thanks for asking. Yeah, mine has been good. Wonderful. Let's look at his expression. Mine has been really good. It has a side view. I need to make that head longer. Let's chill on that. Let's make sure we're not missing anything. Okay. Yo, 1, 2, 3, 4. How can I get this expression on his face? I think that would be fun. How the nose will actually look like this. Nose extend like this. Just a little bit over here like that. I think I made an error, man. Did I do too much? Let me reduce the eyes first a little bit. Let's see what's working with. That ear should be further apart, man. But I'll just do it like this, man. Trying to have fun. Sometimes I just get in my way of having fun when drawing. Just try to do too much. Like, bro, just chill, man. If you don't like the art, you can do another one. Yeah? Percocet. Like Percocets. Percocets. More Percocets. Not bad, not bad. Should I have made it higher? Let me make it higher. Make it higher. Yeah, I think that's a lot better. What else am I missing? Oh, yeah, let's work on our hands. I think that's Hands are one of the most difficult things, man, I can't lie. But once you have the technique on how to approach it, it becomes a little bit easier, you know? Let's just follow the flow of what's going on, yeah? So it's kind of curving a bit. That hand is really humongous. Alright, that's good. That's not bad. I think that's good. Um, Once you try and make it like a flexible shape, I think it becomes a lot easier to draw the hands. What else? Let's do the other hand. Oh yeah, yeah. I resolved to doing something a bit more. I had an idea actually. And it's half past. Ooh. Wait. Cool. 24 minutes in. Let's do the other leg. There are some really good shadows here that I could use as well. Some really good shadows. Maybe make the legs thicker, just a little bit thicker. That was a banger. What you want about to say? You feel like a room without a roof. Alright, let's add some details. Come on, if you know what happiness is to you. That's what you wanna do. Damn. Because I'm happy like a room without a roof. Come along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Come on if you know what happiness is to you. Come on if you feel like that's what you wanna do. Down, I can know, me down. Yo, I'm pissed off, man. I've just been bitten by a mosquito. Feel like a room without a roof. Come on if you feel like happiness is the truth. Come on if you know what happiness is to you. If you feel like that's what you wanna do. Like a room without a roof. I need to make this outside borders a lot thicker. I wanna do. For the police and the firemen, too hard, goddamn, too hard, goddamn, too hard, goddamn. Man, sing you hallelujah, girl, set you hallelujah, The little tough one gonna give it to you. Don't believe me, just watch. Dun 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 dun. Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Wait a minute. Goddamn. For the police and the firemen too hard. Goddamn. Hot damn. Such a hallelujah. Such a hallelujah. Such a hallelujah. Which one is longer? Oh yeah, yeah. Funk you up, uptown, 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 funk you up. I can't lie, I enjoyed the sketch phase a lot more than this inking. But let's see how it goes. Uptown funk you up, funk you up, uptown funk you up, uptown funk you up, uptown funk you up. That's mad. Rings in the movies. Ah, what have you done, man? We don't care. We don't care. I will never be royal. royals. This ain't for us. Let me be your ruler, ruler. I'll rule, I'll rule, I'll rule. Let me live that fantasy. One who knows us knows. We don't care. We don't cry like in our dreams. We don't care. I'll never be royals, royals. Clever different ruler. Maybe I will, I will, I will, I will. All right, speaking my language. I like that. Be royals, royals. Be a ruler, ruler. Aru, aru, aru. Yeah, good night, out God. Have a nice day and a wonderful night rest as well, man. My money. My money. What you want? I mean, the inking is not looking bad, I can't lie. Like blah blah blah. You forgot. Dun, 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 dun. What you want me? Is that the right approach to take with that? Or should I make it curved like that? Yeah, I think that's the right. I think curving it like this is better. Relax, relax. Look at the production, man. It's a disgrace. Like you forgot. I like you forgot. Let me have a look at this shoe. Bitch with a mouth. Let me watch you, woman. I think that's good, man. Wheezy out of here. Gastrocnemius muscle and the soleus muscle right beneath it. Anterior tibialis. Hello, Cookie. How you doing, man? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a wonderful day, G. I'm doing great. What about you? I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking. Thank you for asking. I'm chilling, to be honest. I'm chilling. I'm chilling quite good. I just had a concept to like just draw my character playing footy. So that's sort of like what I'm doing. It's just a random reference. I'm not necessarily drawing the player, but this is Jeremy Doku and Anthony Elanga, and I'm just using them as a reference for the post, not necessarily drawing them. I'm going to show you the full image right now. That's the full image. Let me reduce this a bit. Yeah, that's the image. So I'm just uh, I'm just drawing him running with the ball, like sort of. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. I actually had an idea of like maybe bringing out his like blades and then like chopping heads and things like that, and it being a bloody scene, but that's going to take too much effort and work. But I just wanted to do something chill that I would just enjoy, you know, and just have fun with. I have all these references of footballers on my phone and like on my system, and I don't use them much except when I'm studying figure, like doing figure drawing. So exactly, his gauntlets are actually very heavy. They're actually very heavy because there's a lot inside. Like, he's carrying quite a lot to be fair, because usually there's supposed to be like a backpack at his back like this, and then there's like then he has this gauntlet, and then he has his belt, and his belt is a bit a bit heavy to be fair. I can't lie. But I just chose not to add the backpack in this scene. Just a little bit extra. Yeah, and he's really strong. I mean, at least peak human strength, at least. Let me see if I can get these hands right, actually. Yeah. Actually, I actually did that. I removed the weights from his back because the guy is quite like loaded in terms of like weapons and stuff, like all these tech instruments that he's using. Very heavy. I want to start figure drawing too. I just never know where to start. Um, what I would say is like you should start with gesture drawing. Like just start with gesture drawing. Let me show you. Um, you start with what the hell? Where's my reference? Oh yeah, these are my studies. This is where I do my studies. What the hell are the gesture drawings? All right, yeah, you just start with things like this. You start with things like this, and you'll be good. And when you are doing them, like you see how I'm not focused on how detailed the work is, right? Like if you look at the references are very detailed, and like you start with gesture drawings like this, you get a couple. Like you could start with five, and just time yourself. And by time yourself, I don't mean like actually be strict with the timing. Just like monitor the timer while you're walking and see how long on average it takes you to finish an average image, like, and like how to approach gesture drawing. So what I would suggest is you take note of lines like this and you try to draw with your elbow a lot. So like that means you see how my hands are moving, like for things, just move your hands like that and try to be free whenever you're drawing, for figure drawing at least. Yeah, so something like this, like you don't worry too much about it, you just do like lines here and there and just try to finish it like within like a couple seconds. So, and you just try to use CSL lines, at least that's what they call it. um, it helps you a lot. Yeah, so gesture drawing, do a lot of gesture drawing, and once you're done with that, you can then begin using shapes to break down poses. So something like this, for instance. So you can do an exercise like this where you use like simple shapes to break down. Does it help with drawing poses from memory? I don't know, to be fair. I don't know because, well, I think it does. It does because again, you develop muscle memory, and how to like approach like drawing a pose. But that is just one of the exercises you can do. That is just one of the exercises. You have to practice a lot and like draw a lot. You can do an exercise like this, like just break it down and try to see what you broke down, and and you become better at like breaking down poses. Honestly, my only problem with anatomy is that I understand it, but I can't draw poses with it. Yeah, that is why you need to like use like what I wrote here. Like you need to learn to like try and use simple shapes and gesture drawing. Whenever you are doing gesture drawing, like the exercise I showed you before prior to this one, you're not focused on like anatomical correctness. You're not focused on how accurate like the muscles are on the body. You are essentially focusing on movement. That's what usually whenever you're looking at gesture drawing, you're focusing on movement and the flow and the rhythm of the pose, not necessarily anatomy. So that's what gesture drawing is going to help you to do. Uh, uh, because like this work, for instance, right? I wasn't looking at his muscles, like Doku's muscles and like everything like that. I was just focused on two things. I was focused on the shape. Let me show you. Let me do the time lapse and show you. If you look at the drawing, this is an example of gesture drawing. Is you see how you see my approach to the legs, right? I was not focused on the like anatomy of anything. Like I didn't even care if it was accurate. If you see the simple lines I was using for breaking down the pose, you can see I wasn't using anything like anatomically accurate. I was just like using lines like here and there to like break down the pose. Nothing rigid. You try and be like, nothing perfect. So I think that is like, yeah. Really simple sketch, and you get that with few lines. Whenever you learn how to like approach drawing anything with just a few gestural lines, and learn to like free yourself, not be stiff whenever you're drawing, and yet learn to use like lighter strokes whenever you're walking. That's going to help you. But overall, just be patient with yourself, but still like work hard and try to practice every day, um, whilst still doing your project. So I learn something new every day. Like today, I did a study like in the daytime. I did like a study of David Finch's. He did a video, so I was like learning. And like one problem I usually have is like whenever I draw, the head is usually too small or too big. But what I did in this video is that like what he talked about is like you could draw the body first before you draw the head, and that can help you like get the proportions correctly. And I did that, and that was something I just learned today. So I just feel like you can always learn something new every day. Ah, wow, thank you so much. You're welcome, man. You're welcome. I'm trying to relearn how to draw again because I want to start a comic. Yeah. I also had to relearn how to draw myself. Yeah. Like, but overall, like I said, just be patient with yourself. And you're starting a comic. I didn't know that. That's really cool. That's going to be very taxing and rewarding, at least for you. Um, what's the comic about? What are you trying to? What genre are you trying to work on? You stuck on my body like a tattoo. Feeling stupid, running back to you. So I cross my heart and I hope to die. With your Yeah. Draw the body first. So like for this character now, you could just focus on like just the body first. Just put everything in place, and then the head you can then apply it with like a simple shapes. And it's going to be you're not going to have to worry about it because most times people start from the head, and like if they like maybe just pivot a bit and start from the body, it becomes a little bit more easier. I think I'm gonna go for sci-fi futuristic. Definitely a lot of fights too. So anatomy and foreshortening is really important. Yeah. Yeah, there's just a lot to making comics. In fact, like it's just a lot. Like my skill set in comics is like, despite the fact I've been making comics for a while, it's very limited. So it's something you're going to be learning every day, and you're going to be learning as you're going. You're not necessarily going to learn from the first comic that you do. First comic might be frustrating. Your second one will even be frustrating. In fact, I'll say the first 10 comics you do is going to be frustrating, but you're just going to have to like suck it up and try to learn as you go, and that is the case with me at least. I do try to like create time so that I can like like be intentional about my learning. So like doing studies like maybe panel composition and things like that, and read on stuff like that. But it's just so difficult to create time for that while still working and dealing with life. But if it's something you're passionate enough about, you definitely create time for it. So, but just have to try to learn every day. That's just the gist of it. Um, yeah, I know progress isn't linear, but I'm also impatient. Yeah, the impatience can be both a blessing and a curse. Can be both a blessing and a curse because um, if it's used applied positively, you always want to learn the next thing and the next thing, and you won't be so precious about your artwork. And that's one thing that being impatient can help you with. Like this artwork, if it sucks, it sucks. Like I don't care that much about it. I mean, I care about it in the sense of like I'm having fun, but like I'll wake up tomorrow definitely and see something wrong with this art. uh, but that moment, like the enjoyment that I created for myself in the moment, is what I care about. So you just have to keep chasing that feeling and trying to improve whilst chasing that feeling at the same time, you know. Because one problem people usually have is that whenever, because of how they are trying to be so perfect, like they are scared to like do things like what I just did now in this instance, that I just drew over a line that I had already made. They try to be so perfect and want to get it in the first time, but that's not necessarily how art works. There's a lot of reiteration. Yeah, I have no time right now because of school. So when I'm done with it, I'll start drawing again. Yeah, 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 yeah. You know, um, it still doesn't stop you from like doing rough sketches, like those gesture drawings I told you about. Maybe you could be sitting in a park or like sitting in class. Like I did this a lot when I was in school. You're sitting in class and you, like at the back of your notes, you could just like do like quick sketches, like while still paying attention to what the teacher is teaching. And just do like some quick sketches of maybe the teacher himself, like the poses that he's making during the class. You could like study from live. I did that a lot during class. I did portrait studies during classes of my lecturers. um, so you can always find a way to exercise your dexterity as an artist when you're working. That's called arts. That's called art blindness. It is when your art has a lot of mistakes, but you've been drawing for so long you never notice it. Yeah, yeah. I didn't know that was the term. Actually, I didn't know that was the term. I didn't know that was the term. But that's definitely a thing. Like that's why they say like most times once you're working on a big project, just leave it for a while. Especially like if you're getting frustrated about a part of that project, just leave it for a while. Maybe go take a nap and then come back and see it with fresh eyes. That is also very important. But most times I just get impatient and I want to just finish it and get to the next thing. And I'll wake up the next morning and I'll see something wrong with that art. But because it is quote unquote finished, I don't like touch it too much. I don't touch it anymore. Like I just leave it. Um, how long have I been drawing? I've been drawing for a very long time. To be fair, to be drawing for a very long time, and like my skill doesn't actually show how long I've been drawing for, because I should actually be a lot better than I am currently. But I'm just a bit understanding with myself. I've been drawing for, let's say, since I was like 7 years old. Um, 7 years old, I'll say. I've been drawing, but I started drawing professionally like in 2018, back when I was in school. When I had just entered school, actually. Was it 2019? Yeah. Anyways, that was when I started drawing professionally. Yeah, that's exactly why it's important to take breaks during drawings. That's valid. That's true. Um, uh, Trust me, from how I see your art, at least currently, it looks very professional. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. Um, Thank you. I still have a lot of ways to go. I still have a very long way to go. Like so much to learn. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. Like things such as perspective, for instance. It's something I need to practice a lot. Um, but I've not been intentional about that one yet. All right, we're done with his body. Let's see. What can I say? Actually, this should be. Honestly, the learning how to draw journey never ends. There's anatomy, foreshortening, perspective, backgrounds, etc., etc. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Like it never ends. And even though you might think you are good, there's always another level to go in. Like for instance, now you have anatomy, right? And this is anatomy. What the hell am I drawing? This is a staircase, right? And this is level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, up to infinity. And this is just for anatomy. And then there's the one for perspective, there's the one for shortening, there's the one for colors, there's the one for lights, there's the one for values, there's the one for line, there's the one for like just a lot composition. So like you said, it never actually ends. So there's usually no need to just beat yourself up, because even the people who consider the greatest artists of all time, if you were to ask them, they were never satisfied with where they currently were, as artists. um, yeah, there's so much you need to learn, so much, there's so much. And that's why you actually have to work at it every single day, like to get better at it every single day. uh, like, even if it's just 5 minutes a day. All right, so now I'm going to add some blacks. I think, like you said, most artists aren't satisfied with their art or where their current level of art is. It's a long journey. That's true. It's a very long journey. Like, it's never going to end. That's just the thing. It's never going to end. Never. Because the thing about creatives is that creatives are never satisfied, especially in this age of the internet, where you think you've created something amazing, you're happy with what you've done, and then you go online and then you see someone who's like effortlessly and nonchalantly good at what they are doing, and even they are not satisfied. And then you begin to ask yourself, like, if this kind of person is not satisfied, what hope do I have? You know, I feel that a lot. But you just have to, learn to sort of like talk with yourself and teach yourself patience. That's just it. Wait, unrelated, but the way you drew the random lines under the character looks very good. I don't know how else to describe it. Oh, yeah, you mean the this stuff? Yeah, I was trying to add like dust, like to show movement, that the ball is actually moving, uh, whilst the character is like chasing the ball. Thank you, I appreciate that. Appreciate the compliment. Ah, where's the gap? I'll add some textures here and there for the character. Complimenting artist feels weird sometimes because it's like the way you shaded this specific part of the character looks good. Yeah, yeah. I actually experience that a lot when I'm reading comics, and I'll just be complimenting a lot of the some little things that the artists just do, and you can just you can just tell that this guy has been like working on comics, or like whatever type of art it is that they are working on for a very long time. Like maybe you just see the way they apply the lettering, or like they drew a scene, or like they drew a panel inside a panel, and you'll be like, yo, that's actually creative. And I call that skill, because thinking a certain way as an artist, it actually takes, experience, and that experience, and like, the ability for them to actually think to do that in the first place. That's a serious skill. Like if a random person heard me say that to someone, I think they'd get weirded out a bit. Yeah, that's the thing about what do you call it now? I've forgotten the word for it. Is it it's like, would I call it observation of mastery, of like when you're so into a particular thing, like animators, I'm sure animators will have it, mathematicians would have it, physicists will have it, even like people who are good at communication, like they will have something like that. Yeah, that study communication and how to communicate with people. Speakers, so they would like, the way maybe like they could just interact with an audience, um, during like a presentation, or the way someone reads the market, like a stockbroker. um, Excellence is everywhere you go, like in every field. And that's why, like, if you look at it, look at how much things there are to learn in this world. um, you see why it's quite difficult to focus on a lot of things, with the limited time that you have on this planet, and why you actually shouldn't. You should just focus on like a few things as possible, get good at them, and try to like continually improve and make progress in those areas. Yo, I want to spend time on this, but I think I've done good for today. I'll continue this probably later on. But I ain't done much healing. Hello. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, that's true. Yeah, just move on. The way I see it is that, like, sometimes whenever I post on artwork, right, there's usually people that would criticize the artwork and said, "Oh, you should have drawn this way. You should have done this way." Most of the times, I take their correction, but I don't like go back to that particular work and then work on that based on like their observation. I just take that observation and I take it to the next piece that I'm working on. So, if they said, for instance, one of the ways to draw the hands is like to compartmentalize it and divide it into like shapes, before you actually then draw it. And then maybe like they give an example of artists that do it. I put that in my head and I go and learn it, and then I apply what I've learned to the next image. I don't apply it to the current work that I just worked on. Um, at least that's how I approach it. That's how I approach learning. I think that's the word. There's a difference between constructive criticism and just criticism. Um, is one of wait what between constructive criticism and just criticism is one of them actually wants you to, oh yeah, one of them actually wants you to improve, the other is just bullying you. Yeah, that exists a lot on the internet, like with quote unquote know it all, like people that have, and you, if you were to actually see it, like the people that are at the best at that are the best at something, yeah, people who are the best at something at what they do, they don't try to be condescending whenever they are making giving criticism. Like, they are very empathetic about like people that are trying to improve, because they know the struggle of becoming a master at something. They know the struggle of excellence, and they are usually a lot like very patient, not very patient, like depending on their temperament, but more often than not, they are very patient with people, and they give constructive criticism. And usually they don't give it like on what's the word? Is it unsolicited? like when it's not asked for. Like if you ask, they don't like just go out of their way to just give it. If someone asks them, they give it, but they don't force too much about it. But people that are average or like below average, those are the people usually you see that they'll be like, oh, you shouldn't do your line like this. You shouldn't like because like I don't know if this is true or if this is facts or if there's anybody like that, but um, yeah, no problem, man. It's good. I understood what you said. Yeah, so like there are people like, for instance, there are people that are criticizing like Invincible comic that they spent a lot of money on it. Like the animation should be better, and they have a point there. But usually you won't see like animators, like people that actually work in animation. I don't know if there are animators that are criticizing it, but you wouldn't see animators that have actually worked on big projects like that criticizing the work to the extent of like trying to bully the show or anything like that. Usually they know how difficult it is to create animation or to work on like an animated project, and usually they are just very reserved about their opinions, um, because they know what it takes. They know what it takes. Um, yeah, there's a lot of people who try to be bullies, but they don't really know how to actually create the stuff that they are criticizing. Yeah, it's always people that don't know anything that judge. Yes, that is true. Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. The way most people that are like a lot of the times, like people, especially those that are like effective communicators, they would first look at the thing that you're doing well. Like no one is like talking about the thing that is good with like the Invincible show or anything like that. What people are usually talking about is how bad it is, how bad the animation is. Like people don't compliment what's good about the show. People are always looking for the negatives. Like everybody just wants their brain to be filled with like make like entertain me. Like everyone just has a monkey brain these days. So yeah, I mean you take the good with the bad, I guess. I don't like this song. Mm-mm, mm. Animating Invincible takes time. If people want it exactly in the comics, it will take longer. Yeah, 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 that's true. That's true. And then like when you sort of like mention that point, they begin bringing like other big animation like that have been worked on. Like look at how this company did it, and they did it with lower budgets. And I'm like, "Ugh, Jesus, man, you can never please anybody with anything." And then there are people that criticize the story as well and be like, "It's not original. It's not original. Like they're just copying DC." I said, "Bro, why are you speaking English? Like, shouldn't you then get your own language since you want to be so original? Since you're advocating for originality, everybody just wants to like it's just the popular thing to do. Like, just hate on something, and everybody wants to jump on it and be part of the crowd. Like, bro, go and create something. Like, if you actually see people that create stuff, they don't really care that much because they know what it takes to actually create something. You know." Anyways, it's been a while since I. Yeah, yeah. Have a nice day, Cookie. This was a nice conversation, man. It was a wonderful conversation. Nice chatting with you. Wow, your drawing is so cute. Funny guy. Appreciate the compliments. Oga Arts Lord John. Gangnam Style. Whoop, 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 whoop. Gangnam Style. Whoop on Gangnam Style. Yeah, see you, Ransford. Nice to see you, man. Speaking of, I should end the stream right now, immediately. We've been over an hour. Nah, I won't finish it, man. Like, this is going to take a lot of work. I'll finish it later on. Wopam Gangnam Style. Bum, 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 Gangnam Style. Wopam Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. Hey, sexy lady. Whoop, 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 whoop. From Gangnam Style. Pretty lady. Turn them hair. Wopam Gangnam Style. Whoop, boom, 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 Gangnam Style. Wopam Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. Pam, 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 pam. Sexy lady. Whoop, 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 whoop. Gangnam Style. Sexy lady. Sexy lady. Ooh, 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 from Gangnam Style. Sexy lady. Whoop, 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 whoop. All right. What am I doing, man? Confusing myself. Yeah, I think I need sleep, man. Anyways, I'll see you guys later on. Thank you guys for joining, all six of you. I really appreciate it. I'll continue this illustration probably tomorrow and maybe finish it up. But thank you guys for joining. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful day.